Greetings, Patrick here, and it's Tuesday. And if it's Tuesday, that could mean only one thing. It must be Library Day, and it is. This week, on the surface, once again, didn't look like there was going to be very much. Our lady from the library came out and said there's not very much, very thin. So we weren't expecting much for when we got in. But lo and behold, as it often is, whenever that lady says there's nothing on the shelves, there is. And when there is a lot on the shelf and she says that, there isn't. I don't know how that works, but that's the dynamic that we go under. So this week brought some interesting things, including one I was really surprised at because I had never ever heard of it at all on any level. But we'll get started. I guess this would be one I never heard of either. It looks like to be an independent film called Subject 2. Subject 2. This looks to be sort of like a play off the Frankenstein, which is ironic considering that Del Toro's Frankenstein's coming out or is already out. But this is an independent film, and it is doing its take on the Frankenstein story. It doesn't have any big names on here either. At least, yeah. Yeah, no big names on this. So I had no idea. But it must have been thought of highly about somebody because it was a blockbuster movie. All right, next up, we have Boy Kills World. I've heard mixed things about this. Some people said it was pretty cool. Some people said it was pretty. I heard the name. I know the Skarsgård did it, and that's all I know. So maybe it's a zombie movie. Let's see. I don't know what it is. But we'll find out. Okay, next up. I do remember this movie when it came out. And it features one of my very favorite actors in Kevin Kline. This was a Prairie Home Companion. Now this was, I'm not sure if it's still running or not. At least not with Garrison Keillor. I'm not sure if it's still running without him, but A Prairie Home Companion was a long-running public radio. I don't know if it was like I don't think it was a play. I think it was just a bunch of the same players almost doing like a skit almost. Small town. And there's like skits within skits. And someone decided they were going to make a movie out of it. I'm not sure how it happened. I'm not sure how it did. I seem to remember that the movie was like sort of too small for the world building that Keller did. That you couldn't put in everything in that made A Prairie Home Companion so great. It really couldn't fit into a movie. I don't know. All I know is that I picked it up, and I'm glad I did because I did want to see it. The cast, like I said, is really good. Woody Harrelson, Tommy Lee Jones, Kevin Kline, Lindsay Lohan, okay, Virginia Madsen, John C. Reilly, Maya Rudolph, Meryl Streep, and Lily Tomlin. So I didn't know Lindsay Lohan was in here. All right, so this is a movie that I saw, and I have no idea. I didn't know anything about it. Never heard anything about it. The only thing I can tell you is it's not Hallmark. It's not a Hallmark movie, but it is a Christmas movie. And it's called Noel. And I never heard of it. But it has Alan Arkin in it, Susan Sarandon, the late Paul Walker. That's what got me. That's what hooked me on this. It's like I didn't know that Paul Walker had done a Christmas movie. And Penelope Cruz. So I was like, okay, how come I never heard about this? I mean, even when Christmas comes by, you never hear anything about it. So it says here, miracles are closer than you think. Well, it wasn't close enough to Paul Walker. Okay, that's probably a little too much, but okay. All right, the centerpieces I got. Super excited to get this, especially now that I'm doing now we're doing Boob Tube Retro Jam. We got a couple of seasons of a show. We got season 2 of The Closer with Kyra Cedric and an all-star cast. This came out on TNT. Very successful. And when Kyra Cedric decided that she didn't want to do the show anymore, all they did was basically took the cast minus Kyra, put Mary McDonald in there, and called it Major Crimes. And that ran for like another 4 or 5 years after this. I think this show ran for 7 years, 6 years or 7 years, and then it slid on over to Major Crimes, which I had never seen either one of these two shows. Goes on some cable TV, and yeah, we didn't have cable at that time. So there was The Closer, and then we have the 5th season of The Closer. And again, this is Kyra Sedgwick. She is basically a female Sherlock Holmes. She's the one that, you know, when you want to crack a suspect to get him to, you know, you want to talk to him and get him to confess. This is who you bring in. Very cool to find these two. I've never seen any one of these. I never saw either one. Never saw this series in the wild. All right. Well, that's it. I know, real short. And thank heaven for the 2 series that really sort of saved this haul, if you ask me. But I'm curious to see about Noelle. I'm going to go watch. I'll probably bring that up and watching that during Christmas time. It looks like to be like a movie that we'll be putting out for you guys to vote on. I'm curious to see what you guys will, because like I said, I'd never heard of the movie. I didn't know Paul Walker had done a Christmas movie, so I'm really curious. But that's it. So if you're new to the channel, I do this every Tuesday. I go out down to the library and I pick up something from there. Don't know what it is. Don't know what we'll find. That's what makes it so much fun. And next week, I'm renewed. I have to get renewed, and I don't know. I'm sort of torn about the renewing. This year overall has been sort of disappointing as far as new releases go. And that's really what I go down to the library for, to get new releases. And man, right now, I didn't really get that much. So I'll probably end up doing it, but I'm not so sure. I actually might take the rest of the month off to think about it. But I just wish that there had been more new releases. All right, drop a comment down below, and yeah, hit the like button, and I'll let you know next week. If we're here next week doing this, that means I'm renewed. If I'm not, that means I'm still thinking about it. Either way, I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Peace. What are you doing, Cheetah?